We have a motion to go back into open session.
So moved.
Second.
Dr. Kenneth, Mr. Hildebrand, all those in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Time is 6:18. We're now reconvening in open session. All right, we'll move into our business action items. A, consider and if appropriate, approve resignation of current Jasper ISD board member. Presenter is Dr. Souza.
The board president received a letter of resignation from board member Mr. Derek Woods on Thursday, May 14, 2015. In accordance with board policy BBC legal, it is recommended that the board of trustees approve the resignation of Mr. Derek Woods.
It is recommended that the board of trustees approve the resignation of Mr. Derek Woods. Is there a motion?
Move we accept.
Mr. Hildebrand, second. Gotcha.
Yes.
Second, Mr. Barnes. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Next action item will be consider and if appropriate approve naming of an interim board member to fulfill an unexpired term. Dr. Souza.
Board policy, again, BBC legal states that if a vacancy occurs on the board, the members of the board may fill the vacancy by appointment until the next regular board election. Mr. Ward's unexpired term will end in May 2017. If the board chooses to appoint a board member, and that person would serve until May of 16, and that would become a vacancy for election for this next election cycle. I'll turn it over to you. That's it.
Okay, it's recommended that we have an interim replacement for the remainder of the 2015-16 school year. It's going to be my recommendation that we continue discussion on this. It's going to be my recommendation that we postpone this decision. We have a motion to postpone. No recommendation to postpone. With that, we'll open the floor for nominations.
I nominate Joshua Hadnot.
Second.
We have a nomination for Joshua Hednar. Are there any other nominations? With that, I'll close nominations. All those in favor of Joshua Hadnot? Those opposed? Mr. Seeger? Is that a yes or a no? No?
And I'll state my reasons,
Okay.
although I don't need to. I think this is the first time in history that the Jasper ISD board has ever appointed a replacement person to the board that has never before been on the board. I'm just a traditionalist.
Next item will be consider and if appropriate approve employment of principal Cornell Elementary. Dr. Souza.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the board, we have currently a vacancy at Cornell, position of principal. The principal selection committee was selected. They received and reviewed approximately 15 applications and interviewed several candidates on Wednesday, May 13th. In your packet, you'll see the names of the individuals that served on the selection committee. After the interviews were concluded, they scored a rubric and chose their finalist, and it was unanimous. And I have a recommendation for you tonight. I have candidates in the room. The administration recommends the board of trustees approve Mr. Jess Connor for the position of principal for Cornell Elementary based on the selection committee's decision.
The administration recommends that the board of trustees approve Mr. Jess Connor for the position of principal for Cornell Elementary. Is there a motion?
So moved we accept.
Second.
All right. We'll give that to Mr. Seal. Motion to Mr. Seal, second Mr. Sale. Any questions? All those in favor? Motion carries 6-0.
Mr. Connor, coming up, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
need a little crimson and white.
I'm That's why I gave him that visor, so we don't see all that Cork and Camden stuff here. And no wood, and no wood bills.
They are.
No black and gold.
I have no problem. Yellow and blue.
Next action item will be consider and if appropriate approve compliance with Senate Bill 149 of the 84th Texas Legislature. Ms. Williams.
Yes, Senate Bill 149, 84th Texas Legislature, regular session 2015, revised the state's assessment graduation requirements. The proposed amendment to 19 TAC, Chapter 101, Subchapter CC, Division 2, 101.3022 would reflect the changes to the assessment graduation requirements by stipulating two things. First, a student who has failed to achieve the end-of-course EOC assessment graduation requirements for no more than 2 courses may receive a Texas high school diploma if the student has qualified to graduate by means of an individual graduation committee, a new acronym for us, IGC, under the TEC 28.0258. Second, a student who did not meet satisfactory performance on the Algebra 1 or English 2 EOC assessment after retaking the assessment, but who receives a score of proficient on the Texas Success Initiative TSI assessment in the corresponding course area, has satisfied the EOC assessment requirement for that subject. In recognition of the Texas Legislature's recent enactment of Senate Bill 149 regarding public high school graduation requirements and related appeal procedures, the administration recommends, effective immediately, that the Jasper ISD administration comply with the provisions of Senate Bill 149 in determining the graduation eligibility of senior class members. Jasper ISD board policies FMH local and EIF and EF legal and local and the student code of conduct are to be applied and interpreted consistently for all purposes with the provisions of Senate Bill 149.
Recommendation for the board, is there a motion?
So moved.
Dr. Kamak. Is there a second?
Second.
Do we have any questions for Ms. Williams? All those in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you, Ms. Williams. All right, we'll move to our report section. That is the resignations, which is the informational item only. Dr. Schuza.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. You'll see an amended sheet at your seat. Changed since the board packet was posted. We've got Chelsea Cox, English teacher at high school, Chris Horn, 6th grade teacher at Jasper Junior High, Lindsey Johnson, secondary teacher at TU, Amy Leno, 5th grade teacher at Parnell, Jessica Martindale, Mark Lynn, teacher at Jasper High School, Ms. Purcell, 4th grade teacher at Parnell, Mr. Paul Trevino, principal at Parnell, and Giovanna, 4th grade teacher at Parnell, and Haley Nunn, 1st grade teacher at Parnell.
Thank you, Dr. Schuza.
Mr. President, I have a comment
Okay.
or concern. I've noticed this year, taking note of the fact that we've had some departures of teachers, a good number, as evidenced by tonight's report. I've also learned that we had a loss of some really good teachers last year as well. I'm not going to ask why. But I do have, you know, you can't fault someone for bettering themselves, positioning themselves in a better location. But when we lose teachers, good teachers, for the wrong reasons, that disturbs me. Because teachers are the hub of this district. So with that, I have a 3-point question. One, do we conduct exit interviews? And keep in mind, I'm the rookie. And if so, do I have an opportunity to review those exit interviews? But if not, then why not?
Okay. Yes, exit interviews are conducted.
The exit report is complete by the board.
Okay. But as to whether they will actually tell us why, some will, some won't, as far as reviewing them, that would have to be a Dr. Schuster question answered.
Board members have access to all their documents.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brand. Cheers, everybody. Will you get with Mr. Hadnot for swearing in?
Certainly
And
will. We'll schedule it for the next board meeting if the board desires.
with that, I need a motion to close.
I mean, we adjourn.
Mr. Hildebrand,
Second.